It's Thursday afternoon, December the 5th, 2024. I'm looking at an Hall of Fame baseball player who is overlooked in baseball history, who does not get much recognition as far as one of the greatest hitters of all time, maybe top 20. I'm talking about hitting. The name Willie Keeler, 341 career batting average, 2,932 career hits. I'm looking at his seasons and I'm curious and I'm impressed. This guy was pretty good. Let's look at 1897 season. I've covered the seasons before this, starting with 1892. I'm going to go through 1910. This video, 1897, what did he do? 129 games, 564 at-bats. That's a good measure. Over 500 at-bats, that's what I like. You can determine what his production is and how good was it. 145 runs scored in 129 games, more than a run scored per game played. Listen to this one. 239 hits. And it was just in 129 games. That means he missed 25 games. Give him 25 more hits. Let's say you get a hit a game. You played the whole season. 239 is what he got, plus 25. That would have gave him 264 hits in the season, and that would have broke all records. I don't know if in 1897, were they playing a 154 game season? I'd have to look that one up. Maybe that's why he's only got 129 games. Maybe they just played a certain amount back in the 1890s. I know after the turn of the century, they started playing 154. I'll have to look that one up. But he was on pace for 264 hits if he had played a 154 game season. And if he had played a 162 game season, which they play now, how many hits would he have had? You got to eight more hits. He would have had 272 hits if he had a full 162 game season. That's how good he was in 1897. And this becomes the fourth year in a row over 200. He's on a roll right now. He's 26 years old, 27 doubles, 19 triples, did not hit a homer, 74 RBIs, 64 stolen bases, 35 walks, and listen to this, 424 batting average in 1897. How can this guy be overlooked? Well, he's not talked about as much in baseball history because he was old school. But how about a 424 batting average? Where does that rank among the top career batting averages of all time in a season? Well, let's look it up. I'll go to Baseball Reference. We know that according to guys with 500 or more at-bats, you can't take guys that just have 200 or 300 at-bats. Single season highest batting averages. Okay. Baseball Reference mentioned some of the Negro League players, but I'm going to skip that. Why? Didn't get 500 at-bats. That's my criteria. For a single season, they said, I'll give you an example. Titilo Vargas hit 471 in 1943. But if you look closely, he only had 121 at-bats. Give me a break, okay? So he doesn't have the highest single season batting average. Then they list Josh Gibson, 1943 season. 249 at bats. Give me a break again. Doesn't count for me. So the question is, who has the highest single batting average in a season? They list some other guys. Lyndon Bostock in 1941 hit 466, 73 at bats. All right, this is getting a little ridiculous. Then they put number 4, Charlie Smith, in 1929, hit 451 for the season. 246 at bats. Doesn't cut it for me, sorry. Who has the highest single season batting average with 500 or more at bats? Hugh Duffy in 1894 had 539 at bats and batted 440. How about that? He had 237 hits, 440. Whoa, not just 400, 440. And then you got to go with this. You got a guy named Tip O'Neill, 1887. He had 517 at bats and batted 435. So I'll go with Duffy and O'Neill, number 1 and 2, highest single season batting averages. Then you can go down to Ross Barnes. I don't think so. No. Didn't get enough at bats. You can go to Nap Lajoie, 1901 season. How did he do? 544 at bats and bats 426. That's even better than Ty Cobb's 420. 426. And then you're going to the guy that I'm covering right now, Willie Keeler's 1897 season, bats 424. Okay? So what do you think of that? I think it's outstanding. I think it's extraordinarily outstanding. 464 on base, 539 slugging, had 304 total bases. How about Willie Keeler's 1897 season? He gets 239 hits, and he was on pace for 272 if he had played 162 game season. That could have been the all-time record. We don't know. He may have even gotten more hits, because I'm just doing 1 hit per game. He played 129. Yeah. If he had gotten to 162, how many more is that? That's 43 more games. Right? No, 30, 162. No, it's 33 more games. So 33 more hits plus 239 would have gave him 272. But what if he got 2 or 3 hits in some of those games? He may have had 275, maybe 280 hits in 1 year. Willie Keeler. You can't overlook this guy. 341 career batting average, and for 1897 bats 424. Incredible. All right, we're done with that. Next video, 1898. Willie Keeler's on a roll right now. He's got 4 200 hit seasons. He's got 4 seasons in a row over 370, and one of them is 424. And he's got his 5th season in a row. No, his 4th season in a row over 100 145 runs scored per, with a high of 165 runs scored. He's got a 165, a 162, a 153, and a 145. He's on a roll. Runs scored, 200 hit seasons, and batting over 370 4 years in a row. And just breaking out with a 424. Willie Keeler. Talk to you later in the next video, which will be 1898. I'm out.